Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Home of Politics. As usual, guys, I appreciate your support, your views, your subscription, your likes, sharing my videos. Those who are commenting in the comment section, remember I value you so much. Also turn on the notification button so that you receive information from this channel. Ladies and gentlemen, fighting corruption in Kenya by the Eacc has become a very big problem because of many obstacles that are being brought in the process. This is because the government declared that this regime that is now in the government, it will be the one that will fight corruption. It will never entertain corruption. But in one way or another, we see it is not effective. Even if they go on arresting people, doing investigations, at the end of it all, they are just released on bails or they are being fined. But the people escape away with big amount of money, example of millions, and you are being maybe released on bail of something like 100,000. So the thief at the end of the day goes away benefiting. But what is the procedures that are being followed? It is true we see Eacc is putting notifications, announcement everywhere that they are working hard to stop corruption, but it is as difficult as anything to happen in this government soon, because we see most of the people go away and they come back, they steal. But my good people, right now, according to the CEO of Eacc, this is Twalim Barak, he says that the investigation that are being done, it is because they are doing research in all counties, especially right now they are focusing on governors, the former governors from the previous governments, and right now they are arresting them, charging them. For example, there have been an arrest of some of the governors and some of the ex-CSs that were in the offices previously. One of them is Yatani Okur. We also see the ex-governor of Muranga called Mwangi, with the other many governors that have been investigated. And so it is becoming a problem here to realize that even if Eacc is putting more effort in trying to do their works, then this issue of corruption is being politicized in one way or another. This is because whenever the investigation has landed on the governor or ex-governor who is in the side of opposition, then the opposition will lament that they have been forced to be investigated because of political interest, or they are being fought politically. When the investigation goes on the other side of the government, then the rumor says that somebody has been sent by the opposition to make this leader in the government to realize his or her own downfall. And so we do not know where the truth is, but the fact is both leaders in the government and opposition are all corrupt, they are thieves.
The message we are passing to the public here is that we are overwhelmed with the number of cases that we are investigating. We did not start investigating Wairia and the attorney in the yesterday or 6 months ago. We started it long ago. Even when he was a CS Treasury, we were still investigating him on issues when he was a governor. Now, the things that are now ripe, we have all the evidence that when we lock on them, they will have a case to answer, is when we arrested them. So, there is nothing like, and this is a message that the current governors, ni endeleni kuiba, but pole pole will get hold of you. So, it's a message. And the issue of saying it's political, you know, that is the song of politicians. When you arrest a policeman, there's a famous Twitter handler who will say these guys just go for small fishes and petty cases. The way the chairman has said, when we go for politicians, mumetuma. When you arrest somebody who is in the government, you have been bought by the opposition. When you go for somebody in the opposition, you have been bought by the government. So this is common noise we are used to. But you see, there's a famous saying that if you want to reach your destination, don't get engaged with barking dogs, because you'll be busy kicking these dogs and you'll never reach your destination. So you ignore. They make the noise and we arrest them. And then yesterday, the noise they made, one of the person, the lawyer there, is a governor. His county, we have even focused, it is on our red flag. So you can tell that lawyer come governor, we may end up in his place.
As you have heard from this Eacc boss, then it is clear that their work of investigation is being hindered by both the government and the opposition. This is because they are playing blame games, whereby you find someone who is investigated in the government The first thing, he is either protected and immune to arrests and other charges because he is or she is in the government. For example, you cannot go ahead and just arrest a sitting CS or a sitting governor or even the president or the deputy president over the graft cases. It is very difficult to arrest them, even if you are doing investigations against the allegations and other things that are ongoing, then it is difficult. This is because these people are immune. They have several acts and even laws that protect them from these issues that others are facing. And so it is clear that these leaders, both in government and in opposition, are the one who are derailing the fighting of corruption. The other day we had the president saying that they will not leave any stone unturned in the issue of corruption. But why are some of the people being spared in the government? This is because these people are untouched. And even the Eacc itself cannot go for them. They wait until they retire or they come out of the offices. That is when the Eacc have the audacity of following them up and down after 10 years, after 5 years. This is when you realize that somebody had a scandal or a graft case in the office. And at the same time, when someone has got his own scandals or sagas before entering the office, immediately that leader crosses the line and enters the office. Then all the things against him are being dropped, the allegations, and their names are being cleared on the sight of public to be very, very clean. And you will never hear like somebody is being followed up and down with the graft case allegations, scandals, and stories to do with the court orders. And this is the problem that we are having. And the same line is being followed by the leaders in opposition. This is because right now, whenever a leader is being investigated in the side of opposition, is not or she's not in the government, you will realize later leaders in the opposition are ganging up, coming to give speeches condemning the issues of investigation, saying that it's a political move. Why? This is because even those in the government themselves, they are not as clean as the way they appear. This is because they are being immune. They are being defended by some acts that prevent further investigation, arrests, detention, and other things to do with charges. And so whenever we see leaders from opposition coming out saying that they are being threatened politically, they are being fought politically by those in the government, in one way or another, it can be facts because they are also trying to defend their side so that these investigations should not land those in opposition in bigger problems to taint their image before the public so that they can be seen that leaders from opposition are the most corrupt than those in the government. I think up to there, that is when we are realizing that there's a lot of dramas in the issue of investigation by the Eacc. The other day we saw Governor Mangi wa Iria, the ex-governor of Murang'a, together with his wife and other 6 officials from the previous regime. They were taken to be questioned, and they were questioned over the 140 million graft case. That one is a lot of money. But after there, Mangi wa Iria goes to Kakamega, give a speech that the government is having a conspiracy against him because they want to say that he is having a lot of graft cases, of which, according to the records are there, but he's going to claim that they are just making allegations which are not true. We also saw the other day the former governor of Kakamega, Wycliffe Oparanya, when his house was ambushed, he was investigated, some of the items were recovered, and it was found that he had a lot of documents, including a lot of title deeds of the lands that he acquired and properties that he could not explain. Even his wife's home were raided. And so, again, we saw the leaders from the opposition came out condemning it very, very painful, saying that it is against the law and it is not good. And at the end of it all, we realized that the procedure was followed. Same to the governor of Marsabit, Mohammed Ali, is almost also raided the offices, and it is being realized later that the leaders from opposition, especially loyal leaders like Governor Orengo and PS Otiendo Omolo, these are some of the leaders who have just come to defend their leaders from opposition, saying that it is not recommendable and it is like the government is fighting the opposition. So we fail to understand where is the fact. And today we see James Orengo has just responded to the allegations that the statement that that Twalibu Mbarak, this the EACC boss, had put across, condemning the issue of protecting the people who are corrupt. And we see he is saying that even if investigation could be carried out today in Siaya County, these are some of the leaders who are unbogable, and is daring EACC to come and arrest him. This is because maybe he understands very well the consequences, or he knows how he will play his cards to escape the issue of EACC. And so, even if the EACC is trying to fight very, very difficult in this battle, that they want to end the corruption issues, we find it very problematic. If you go the side of opposition, they use the term political fight, or they are having the political move against them only to pin them down. If you go to the side of the government, they also play the same trick, and they are doing the blame games because they feel like even those in government are not responsible in their offices. And so, my good people, what is your take? Every time any investigation is being made, there are some other reasons that are being accompanied with that investigation. Somebody cannot go there and finish the whole procedure without having things politicized. Is it a high time for people to acknowledge their mistakes and carry their own cross instead of these politics issues and others? My good people, do you see EACC succeeding in its operation against corruption, considering that the officers under the EACC department are very few? I even doubt if they are over 2,000 in Kenya. They are very few. Their department is very sensitive, and they are having a lot of problems during their investigations. And do you support the issue of political move towards opposition leaders, because we see they are complaining very much whenever they are being investigated? I need your opinion in the comment section. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a good day.